Hi, Peter Boolkah here and welcome to today's edition of the Transition Guy. Now today I want to talk to you about why is it that so many businesses are struggling to cope with today's pandemic, the onset of a bigger recession than we had in 2008, and all I'm hearing is people screaming about survival. If we look at businesses out there and we look at the messaging coming out, for about 93% of the businesses out there, it's all about how are we going to survive. And the reality is the recession, whenever a recession comes, whether we like it or not, it readdresses the balance in the economy. There's a lot of people in the economy today that shouldn't be trading, that have no right to be trading. And it's like many people out there say, unfortunately, any idiot can trade when things are good. Now, it doesn't mean that the people are idiots, but it's so easy to enter a market when there's a boom. And all they're doing is jumping on the bandwagon and riding the wave. But eventually that wave dissipates, it goes kaput, finished. And then what do people do? If you don't have a wave to ride and you cannot swim, you are going to drown. And right now, so many people are drowning. So many people are drowning because they do not know the fundamentals of how to run a business. They know the fundamentals of how to do a trade. They know the fundamentals of how to do the job. But that is not necessarily the job of the entrepreneur. Most entrepreneurs out there are technicians, and that was beautifully highlighted by Michael E. Gerber in his book, The E-Myth Revisited. Whereas instead of doing the technician side of the job, most business owners need to be spending their time doing the business owner side of the job. It's actually learning how to be an entrepreneur, learning how to be a business owner, and more importantly, understanding all the fundamentals that go with that. And I'll give you a great example. No one's asked for this. No one's asked for the coronavirus pandemic to shut down businesses globally. And for you there, one day you're trading, next day you're told you can no longer trade, that's devastating. That's absolutely heartbroken. And for most people, that will send you into a frenzied panic. It's like a rabbit being caught in the headlights. And I understand that. But the only reason you feel like that is because you haven't got a frame of reference and say, okay, we're going into this stage, this is how I deal with it. You don't have a plan, you don't have the experience. I have so many clients, and I know so many businesses out there right now. Yes, it's tough for them, but they're not struggling to get finance. The banks are giving them money, and they're giving them money without the necessity of personal guarantees. And the reason they're doing that is because they're confident that these people know what they're doing. They're looking at the business plans. The business plans make sense. They're having conversations with the entrepreneur, and the entrepreneur understands cash. They understand how their cash needs to work. They can articulate what they're doing. They're producing a plan for when we come out of this. They're using this as an opportunity to move forward. Many of them are looking at how they can expand their business in this period of time because they've done the work beforehand. They've done the learning. They've done the education piece. They've learned all the stuff they didn't know, which means for them in this scenario, it's not difficult. It's not if they come out of it, it's when they come out of it, but more importantly, how they want to come out of it. So my question for you is, what are you doing with your time right now? Because I know that there are so many people out there putting on free webinars. Yeah, I'm absolutely astounded how so few people, given the fact that there's 5.6 million SME businesses in the UK alone, why is it that such few people are using this downtime to educate themselves? Why is it that so many business owners are not taking the time to work on the stuff that they don't understand, that they don't know, that actually with a bit of application they can learn? And people are saying, well, do you know what, I wasn't good at school. Most entrepreneurs were not good at school. But do you know what? School was school. There are so many different ways of learning now. How can we be using school as an excuse? But I'm dyslexic, that's fine. You've got YouTube, you've got podcasts. We don't have an excuse not to learn. And Jim Rohn said before, one of his favourite quotes I love that he came out with was, never wish that you had less problems, wish that you had better solutions. Now think about that for a moment. It's not about wishing that your problems were smaller. Your problems are what they are. You're always going to get problems in business. You can't get away from that. You can't sort of influence that. You can't affect that. Problems will come. The only thing you can do about it actually is to make sure that your solutions are far bigger and far more comprehensive. So when you do get a problem, it's not really an issue to deal with. You are well equipped to actually make things happen, to make the change, to plan forward and move forward. And at the end of the day, you've got to take this whole Corona episode as a total, what I would call, it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for you to go back, now that things have slowed down for you, and rework your business. You've got to think, okay, who do I need to be in the new tomorrow? And what does my business need to look like in the new tomorrow? And you may not have the answer within, but you can get help. There is help out there. And you're going to say for one moment, so many people do say right now, I can't afford help. I know so many coaches out there that are giving their time for free to help business owners, yet people are not biting their hands off. All I can say to you is, if you want to get through this and not just survive, but actually thrive and build a stronger business, get yourself the help that's available out there. See what people are offering. Take on board the free resources that are being given to you. The free resources that you can learn from. That you can start thinking, okay, do you know what, my mind's been expanded. I can make the change. And there are so many coaches and professionals out there waiting for you to get in touch. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Just get out there. Just speak to them. Just, do you know what? Give something a shot. If it's free, what have you got to lose apart from your business? Nothing. Right now we're in unprecedented times. I thought that 2008, 2009 would totally rewrite the whole economic playbook. And it did. And I never expected to see a new challenge in my lifetime. I thought, yeah, we'll have another recession, but it'll be just another recession like we've always had. The typical sort of 12 to 18 month period, then we're out of it. But this is again another sort of rule changer. A new playbook needs to be created, and you need to create that now. You need to create that now before we come out of it. Because if you try to play in tomorrow's economy, in the new tomorrow, using yesterday's thinking and yesterday's rules, you will not survive. You will probably hang on there for a while, but eventually it will consume you and take you out. So if anything that I've spoken about today resonates with you, I have loads of free resources out there. I have free webinars on cash, free webinars on people. I'm actually doing a free webinar in a couple of weeks' time around how to grow your business in a recession, because it is a fantastic opportunity. I'm doing another one in a couple of weeks' time around your cash, how to get control of your cash, how to understand your cash without needing to be an accountant. So I'm giving away free resources. Loads of other coaches are. Reach out to me, have a chat with me. I'm more than happy where I've got time to try and help you where I can. But also, if not me, go and speak to another coach. There are so many coaches out there that can help you, that want to help you if you want to help yourself.